You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and Beautiful fans, I've got your roster of weekly spoilers for Monday, December 30th, all the way through Friday, January 3rd, and we have got some interruptions to the schedule because of New Year's. We're going to see Brooke trying to stop Taylor in her tracks and Will riding to the rescue. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click subscribe. Let's talk about what's coming this week. Monday, December 30th is season 38, episode 73. So we saw on Friday when Electra found Remy's little closet of horrors that she screamed, she hid, but then he figured out where she was. And this guy is just nothing short of bat crap crazy. So the confrontation with them picks up again on Monday. His delusions are out of control. His fantasies about this relationship he thinks he and Electra have are spiraling out of control. Electra is at his mercy, but then somehow she gets away from him and takes off out of Il Giardino, and she winds up in a parking garage hiding from him. And there's going to be more of that on Tuesday. Also on Monday, Luna is begging Bill Spencer to please help her. She said she is being bullied, that she is being attacked behind bars, that she's going to die if she doesn't get out of there, literally says that her life is at risk. So Bill says, he'll help her, but not until she tells the truth about Hollis and Tom's deaths. We all know she did it, and I'm sure she's going to give Bill some sort of skewed perspective on it. She's trying to blame her mom for all of this and yada, yada, but Luna seems to tell him a convincing story. Tuesday, December 31st, we're on New Year's Eve, which is season 38, episode 74, and we are going to have a new episode, so that's good. So Katie talks to Ivy about some mistakes of the past, and I don't know if this is other mistakes of Katie's or just this firing because she presumed the worst. Will made it very clear, like he knew the second he looked it was Photoshop, and it was so dumb that Katie took this anonymous email at face value and didn't even look into it. Just ridiculous. So Katie and Ivy wind up talking about the dangers of AI. And I wonder if Ivy is going to tell them about her niece being victimized before, about Electra running from hometown because of this. And Ivy realizes the problem has followed her. And Will is going to go check on Electra, and I think he knows she was going over to Il Giardino, and the spoilers for Tuesday say Will stumbles onto something shocking, so maybe he also sees Remy's little horror scape up on the wall, and Will doesn't know it, but his life is at risk. So he's going to be on a motorcycle this week, taking off to try and find Remy and save Electra from him. Wednesday, January 1st is the first day of 2025, New Year's Day. There's going to be an encore episode. They're doing a rerun, and I feel like they chose this episode very strategically. It's a rerun from November 22nd, 2023. This is the episode where Ridge surprised Brooke. He set up a special dinner for them down in the Forrester Creation showroom, and he made a photo album of their history. It's a destiny book, and the two of them talk about occasions when Ridge should have had faith in Brooke, but he didn't, and it caused problems. That sounds kind of like what we're seeing now, right? And I think that's why they're showing this to us, and there's going to be loads of flashbacks on that episode. Then we have another new episode on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025, season 38, episode 75. So Will locates Remy, who has been stalking Electra in this parking lot and telling her he's going to find her. He seems to think that they should be together. He's just bat crap crazy. I'm surprised at how fast they're moving this story along, to be honest. So Remy and Will fight, and what's interesting about this fight is each of them think that if they win the fight, they're saving Electra, because Remy thinks that Will is bad for her and LA is bad for her. And he feels like these things that he's done to her were to protect her, to draw her closer to him, because he's the only one who can protect her. It's just crazy talk. And of course, Will definitely knows he needs to protect Electra from Remy, who is just out of control. Remy's skewed perspective has him definitely seeing himself as her savior. And in this past week, we saw him promise her he'll never do it again. You know, he had to do it the first couple of times, but he won't do it again. You know, complete gaslighting, complete just textbook abusive behavior where a man does something bad to a woman and then, you know, said he did it out of love or to protect her, blah, blah. Friday, January 3rd, season 38, episode 76. So this spoiler is super interesting. It's probably my favorite spoiler of the week. And it says, Bill has some strict rules for Luna, some ground rules. That to me sounds like Bill may have found a way to get her out of jail. Maybe he pays her bail. They haven't mentioned her going to trial yet. And she's in a jail, not in a prison. And I know soaps usually don't really differentiate that much between the two, you know, especially not on Bold. So the fact that he has rules for her, maybe these are rules where it's like, if you do this, I'll get you a lawyer. But it may be where he's gotten her released into his custody or something with an ankle bracelet. I think that would be fantastic if Bill has gotten Luna out and she's back under his roof, which will horrify everybody. You know, Steffi, Poppy, Lee, Liam, there's really no telling who all it would horrify. And we do know that Scott Clifton filmed scenes and he is back soon on Bold. So I think it'd be super interesting, because if he gets Luna out of jail, there's no telling what she's going to do. She's going to try and seduce Bill. I'm sure of that. But I do think she's going to chase revenge because she's catastrophically insane. We have two crazy people next week doing things, both Remy and Luna. What's funny is Lisa Yamada, who plays Luna, she posted a little video on her Instagram the other day, and it was her kind of dancing and Remy kind of dancing, Christian Weissman, the actor who plays Remy. And she'd put up that Luna and Remy would be like the perfect match, a match made in hell, something like that. And what a terrifying thought, right?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.